Welcome everybody to another edition of Henny Goes Outside. For those that have returned, thank you for coming back. For the first time viewers, thanks for showing up. Hopefully you enjoy what you see here and you hit that subscribe and like button. Also, there's some other videos that are here as well. I think there's at this point in time at least 4 other videos that I've posted. Today we're going to be going on a little bit different adventure. It's not going to be an overnight camp or anything like that. Due to me getting over a recent sickness and also the weather that we've had over the last few days of it being like in the negatives and everything, I haven't had time to properly plan a camping trip. And in weather like this, I like to plan well ahead in advance to make sure I have everything covered. So today I'm going to take you to one of the state parks, actually. That's probably about an hour away. I've been wanting to go to it since probably the summer of 2023 when I first found it, but haven't gone there yet. So we're going to go there, hike on some of the trails, take in some of the nature and see what's there. Once I get to that area, I'll bring you back for the initial view of the space, and then as we walk around, pop up from time to time just to kind of show you the sights and let you know what's going on. This is like a new type of adventure for this, so hopefully everybody enjoys it. The whole part of my channel was to not only do camping, but also other things such as hiking, kayaking, canoeing, whitewater rafting. Kind of afraid of heights, so the rock climbing thing's kind of but things that get me outside and instead of just being as I say, a bump on a log inside of the house. I'm pretty good at that, Monday through Friday. This will be the last video I'm going to post for at least a couple of weeks. This coming week on Friday the 31st, I'm going to have a procedure done to fix my deviated septum. So I'm definitely not going out that weekend. Plus we also have plans with some friends that Saturday as well. So I'm probably not going to go out until the weekend after that, which is probably Super Bowl weekend, I believe. So like this weekend's the conference championships. Yeah, so next week would be the Pro Bowl. Weekend after that should be the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl weekend is when I'll go out and then get everything wrapped up and get home before all the festivities start for the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, the Lions didn't make it. Hopefully they can rebound next year. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, during the hike and all that stuff. But I'll bring you guys back here when I get to the park, and we'll start from there. Welcome back, everybody. Finally made it to Raccoon Creek State Park. Right now I'm currently at the Frankfurt Mineral Spring Trail. It's about 1.2 miles, at least according to the state website. So we're going to go on that, take a little hike through that, and then depending on what the time of the day is like, maybe try to crank out another trail. I'm going down this trail because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some waterfalls down here from the springs. I don't know if they'll actually be running or if they'll be frozen because of the weather we've had this last week. Either way, we'll get some little video going down there. I know on the trail I'm going down, there's at least a mother and her child that's walking down that one. There's another trail that's just across the street. That one's actually about 10 miles long. Won't be doing that one today. Another couple went down that one. So yeah, we'll get out, start going down this trail, and get some video footage of it. After I get done with that, I'll see if there's anything else in the area that I might want to try to go down. I think the Wildflower Trail would actually be pretty cool if it were springtime. But unfortunately it is not springtime at this moment. So, when I go down there'd just be snow anyways, but we'll see what else is available in the area after we get done doing this. So once I get on the trail, I'll bring you on back. All right, we are started on the trail. I got my watch going, see how long it takes me to do this, and kind of get a track of how many calories are burned and everything. I don't know what to expect on this. I've actually never been here, as I've said, but I'm excited to see where it takes me. As I was saying at the start of the video, there was some pretty pretty good circumstances out there that made it difficult for me to actually plan a camping trip this weekend. The first thing being is I got sick. It actually started with my son getting sick. It started with my son getting sick, and then of course my wife caught it, then I caught it, and it was just a big old ordeal. Wednesday, I actually started feeling pretty good again, and okay, looks like we're going across the river here, and it's frozen over. So that'll definitely make it a little bit easier. So yeah, as I was saying, I got sick. Finally got over probably the majority of it on Wednesday, but we were having some issues with it being cold. Since I've lived in Pennsylvania, I will say there were some days this week that were probably the coldest since I've been here. To the point we're in the bathroom. The tub's pipes froze, and yeah, so my wife Liz, she enjoys going for a run. So this was actually, I think, Tuesday morning. She got done with her run. She happened to be running on the treadmill, and when she went to take a shower, she woke me up saying that the water wasn't running, and those particular pipes are on a exposed outside wall. Everything else was running just fine. The sink, the toilets, the downstairs half bathroom, all of it worked just fine. It was the bathroom that froze, or the tub. So what did I do? I grabbed the Mr. Buddy heater, put it in there in the bathroom, pointed it towards the crawl space after I opened it up where everything is at, and I just let that thing run all day to thaw up the pipes. Needless to say, we have water again. But that, the cold, being sick, and you might be able to hear me breathing a little bit heavy, it's just because I still have some congestion. But all of that has made it so I haven't been able to plan a proper trip this week. I was thinking about it. Like, I was looking at places to go, the weather forecast and all that, but it just wasn't meant to be. So, like I said, this is a pretty short walk. Take a look at this. I think this is one of the spring areas or the waterfalls. We've only been going for about 5 minutes. And I know I'm not sprinting, so look at that. Look at how cool that is. What do you think? Should I try to walk across the ice? Nah, I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm taking the bridge. So yeah, I did try to plan a camping trip, but I just didn't feel comfortable because I didn't have adequate planning for it. But also, still having the congestion and everything, I didn't want to take a chance of going out there and reactivating the sickness and it getting worse possibly. Just wasn't feeling it. So I decided for this little hiking excursion instead. But when I do go back out here in a couple weeks, I will have a nice new surprise. I think I'm going to enjoy it. Hopefully everybody that watches enjoys it as well. But yeah, it's going to be a nice little surprise out there in a camp. Hopefully it's cold outside. Even though it's not cold outside, I'm still going to enjoy it. You guys will see what it is coming soon. So keep an eye out for that video. That'll be sometime there after that second weekend in February. But yeah, like I said, this is just going to be a nice little I went outside video and got in touch with nature. Currently right now it's probably about 34 degrees. It feels like a heat wave right now. One thing I will say, it was so cold this week. One of those days it was like -7 outside, and I stuck my hand inside of the refrigerator after being outside for about 5-10 minutes, and it actually felt like I was sticking my finger inside of a furnace, or my hands inside of a furnace. That 35 degrees was warm. That's some pretty cool stuff right there too. All right, back on the trail. There's a possibility that there might be some other people in the video. I did happen to see them up on a cliff top. That might have been the couple that I seen that went the opposite direction of me initially. When I came up through that trail, there was a trail marker that said Heritage Trail, and that's one that they went off on. Whew. Man. All this congestion is making it difficult to climb them stairs. But I think we're out of the woods when it comes to the bad part of being sick. And it's simply recovering. I also mentioned that in the video I'm going to have a procedure to fix my deviated septum. So that's what's going to keep me out from. Well, I have a couple things going on next week, and on Friday I have the procedure for my deviated septum, but then also on Monday we're going to hang out with some friends, play some games. I think we're also going to watch the Royal Rumble next week as well. So yeah, it should be a fun time hanging out. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to drink because I'm not supposed to drink after my procedure, at least for 7 days, but I might might have a beer, possibly. You know, because I didn't read about the Upland Trail, I'm not going to go on that one. We're just going to kind of go back around, keep with the Mineral Springs. Whew. Yeah, so we got some things going on. Hopefully the deviated septum fix will help with some breathing through the nose. But am I looking forward to it? Not really. I'm looking forward to not going to work for a couple of days, that's for sure. But overall, having them do whatever they do, I'm okay. I'm okay with that, but hopefully I'll stop doing that as much. So I'm going to continue to walk down this trail. I'm going to flip you around so you can see where we're going. Alright everybody, since we are right on the road, I'm actually going to shut this down for a few moments, and if I see anything interesting I'll bring it back up. Otherwise, once I get back to the truck, we'll bring you on back in. I think we might try to do one other trail, so I'll have to look something up to see what I can find in the area. That was a pretty cool little trail. I think that's something I would like to run. But would I drive the hour to get here just to run it? No, but if I was here, I would. Yeah. Anyways, I'll bring you all back here in a little bit. Okay, folks, we are back. We are now on the lake trail. I don't really know how long this is. A woman that I just talked to said it was probably about a mile if I were to just go there and back. But she also said there's some stuff that goes back and loops around and stuff like that, so maybe I will continue to walk around it. Maybe not, just because I'm not familiar with the area. But yeah, so we're on the second trail. And so far I like this place. Might try to come out here when it's open in May and do a camp and just kind of wander through everything. I don't know if that's something I would film or not. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of difficult for me to talk to a camera, especially whenever other people are around. That's a hard thing to break on me for that. Finally getting comfortable to the point where I can speak to the camera and it's all good there, but talking to the camera with people in front of me or around me, it's kind of difficult for me to do. Which is why when I was in Cabela's, I actually didn't bring a camera or anything like that in with me, because I knew I wasn't going to be speaking to anybody, or speaking to the camera anyways, with people around. So I just went in, moseyed around for a little bit. I did buy a couple things. I guess I'll show you that stuff later on though. So yeah, I'll show you that stuff a little bit later on. I guess if I don't do it for this video, you'll definitely see it at the next camp. We're just going to walk around. I don't know if these are steps here that somebody might have built, or just a way. No, it's actually probably some drainage to help drain the road. I'm not sure if what I'm walking on is dirt or pavement. It's probably dirt, most likely, but I can definitely see like one of the park rangers was driving through here at some point. Yeah, we're just gonna go for a little walk. I'll flip you around so you can see what I see, and then maybe we can get some video of other stuff in the area. So yeah, let me flip you back around. Well, I don't know why it did that. Let's flip her back around. Let's go down here and check this out. Looks like they have a little resting area down here. I think it's really cool whenever the whenever the top of the water's frozen, but yeah, like a river or a creek is still flowing underneath it. I don't know how well that's showing up on here. I don't quite have the right lens on here at this time. Ooh. Hopefully that shows up on camera. Like I said, I don't really have a way of telling if it is or not. While I do have a lens on here, it is not the correct one to. It's not polarized. It's not polarized, so it's hard to see water on it. This is more to kind of help kind of help regulate the sunlight. I did mess with some settings on here because even on the last video I noticed that screen going like half and half of a different color. So I updated some more settings to see if that'll fix it. It was a lot better on the last video, but it still happens from time to time. But if these settings don't fix it, I might actually have to get a hold of DJI and see if they have any suggestions on how to fix it. Or if maybe it's an issue with the camera lens that's preventing it from rendering properly or capturing the correct footage or the correct color. Because on the last video, when I did notice it on the couple of tracks or the couple of I guess reels, outtakes, whatever you want to call it, I did go in and check on the camera itself. And on the camera, when you watch it in preview mode, it looks just fine. So it either has to be something to do with like the settings on the camera itself, so if I transfer it over it's not converting correctly, or it's something wrong with the lens. But you think about the lens, it would show up in the video preview whenever I watch it on the little screen there, and not after it gets on the computer. So it might be a compatibility issue. So I did switch like the codec it's running on and updated a few other settings to see if that'll fix it or not. So hopefully when I upload all this, it's not all whack, or half a screen's light, half a screen's darker, got different colors going and all that. So hopefully I fixed it, but only time will tell. If it's not fixed, I do apologize in advance. So if you're watching this and you're seeing multiple colors or screen being two different colors, I'm sorry. I did my best. Just know I'm contacting DJI to fix it or to have the camera replaced. Anyways, I'm enjoying this nice little day out here. Nice little exercise. This feels good. Feels good. All right, since we made it to this bridge, I think we're going to turn around and go back. Definitely coming back here when the weather's nicer and going for a little stroll further down the road. Let's see. Yeah, that was probably, it's probably 3/4 of a mile just to walk down that far. So it was 1.7. We'll have to see what it is when we get back. And 1.7, like that was, some of that was done at the previous trail. I think when I got done the previous trail, I was at 0.9, and then I paused it. 0.9, 0.93, something like that, and then I paused it. So we'll have to see what this was. Like I said, 1.7 miles is what I did up to that point so far. We'll see what it says when we get back to the truck. So yeah, I think I'll take this time while I'm walking here to maybe talk about why I started the channel. I started the channel, I mean, number one, first and foremost, I love to go camping. I never really did cold weather camping before, but after watching several videos from other people doing it, I decided to give it a shot. I did want to start a YouTube channel probably in 2023 is when I wanted to start the channel. But of course I made excuses for whatever reason, and I didn't get started on it. But last year, I finally said, you know what, we're going to do it. It's now or never. And so that's when I went out in October. Might have been like late September when I actually went out and did the first one, but I had so many mess ups that I couldn't use that video. So there might be 4 videos posted on my channel, but I've actually went out to do 5. Every time I've gone out, I've learned something new. So there is a progression. I do see things getting better. Like my camping setup, like setting things up is getting better. The video production is getting better. And it's all things you gotta learn, especially if you've never done it before. So I do appreciate everybody that's following along on the journey as I start this little endeavor. But yeah, a lot of the reason for doing that was because it's something I wanted to do, but also I found myself, as much as I like to go outside and do things like this, I find myself staying inside more and more. In 2020, started working from home. Now, still work from home most days. I do have to go into the office 1 day a month. But like when I do go to the office, I am more active at the office because I don't have the things that I do at the house that occupy my mind. So like at the office, I will walk up and down the steps, walk laps around on breaks and stuff like that, just because I don't have access to what I have access to at my house. But yeah, so I've just wanted to go outside more, and this was a now or never. My wife Liz is fully on board with it. We do, we have to make sure that our schedules aren't conflicting or anything like that. She works in accounting. She works at like a tax firm. She is not an accountant though, but she'll probably say that because if she watches this, she'll be like, "Don't tell people I'm an accountant," because I'm not an accountant. But she works at an accounting firm, and tax season is getting ready to start up. So hopefully that doesn't hinder some of my videos coming out, because I will be the one, you know, that has to make sure that Kelso's being taken care of, which is my responsibility as his dad. But if that happens, the video content may decrease a little bit over the next few months. I might see if I can knock a couple videos out, maybe like back to back to back, so that way I have some in the bank, so that way if something does happen, and because of tax season she has to work those multiple weekends, I'll have some stuff built up to release. But we're here, we're doing it, so be looking forward to these things. Hopefully I can keep on the pace of every 2 weeks. And once again, if you're liking everything, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with your friends, watch the other videos that are out there. Anything you can do to help. But I think I'm going to finish this walk, and when I get back to the truck, we'll bring you on back. One last time we're here, we got done with that little hike. We've done a total of, focus, there we go, kind of focus for a second. Did a total of 2.36 miles. So that little walk there was almost 3/4 of a mile, like a 0.68 or something like that, quarters of like 0.68 tenths of a mile, something like that, just over a half. I'm gonna head home. If my wife is off work, we're gonna hang out. Definitely gonna hang out with Kelso. I'm gonna have to make some dinner. I might stop at the store before I get home so I can make some dinner. Next time I come back, I'll have to go find the other 41.25 miles. Apparently in this park there's 44 miles of trails, so I'll definitely be back, especially when it gets a little nicer out, to explore some of the other ones. Like I said, I want to do like a camp here, because it does seem like a nice little campground with all the hiking trails and everything that you can go on. Maybe when I do that, I'll bring you with me. I don't know. That might be more of a family camp. And if I'm doing that, we're not going to have the camera around, at least not to post up on YouTube. Might video some stuff just to have the memories and all that. But yeah, I'm going to head on home. I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for stopping by.